There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to accompany them, if you wish to hear it.
ตัวจริงวโยจะทำให้มันเป็นตัวปลอมถ้ามันปลอมอ่ะหัวมันจะหมุนได้รอบด้านแล้วเมื่อกี้วโยหมุนหัวมาไปครึ่งนึงแล้วอ่ะ
I'll lead the way.
Wow! It looked impressive enough from the outside. This is where all of Tibet's more is. Oh, so it's a trap! Trick, but even if we can't take any, or better yet, take a nap on... Oh, right! It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be Huh? Look! What happened here? Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
You've already fulfilled your task as
Huh? Who's there?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross. Where should I start? Well, I've never been one to beat around the bush, you know. But who could have possibly... If it weren't for that lovely little rite of parting ceremony you put together, it would have taken me a whole lot longer to get the information I needed. Stopping the more immense, hiding away the Exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the Exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires. I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were either way, we now come to my favorite part. The battle.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mons, instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a Harbinger lies in crossing blades.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. Besides, you could never defeat me. Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it. This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Wind Strider!
Coward already?
Go, Barbara! Come on! We can do it!
Not bad, not bad. Not bad. You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Go, Barbara! I'll protect us! Motion to compel!
All you do is run. No use hiding back there. Gotcha.
มาก็เจ้ามา
And trap.
ไม่มาแล้วไม่แคทนะแคทอยู่มีเสียงนะว่าคือต้องไหนต้องฟ้า
All you do is run.
Motion to compel! The law has...
มาโอเค
Let's nip that in the bud.
Crush you.
Flowers have... Yeah.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get. Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exodia!
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected. Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now. I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
This is going to cost you! Did you
ยัง
leak
ยัง
the
ยัง
information regarding the golden house to me on purpose? Hand the gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it!
The wind knows it.
วโยเพิ่งจะเริ่มทำใหม่
Clouds high.
ว่ามาไม่ได้แพ้เลย
Fine. Into the wind.
La 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 la. Let's go.
โอ้โหหมันกอด
One with nature. Time to go. One with the forest. The wind knows it. Adorn my night!
Some you win, and some you lose.
ยังไม่เสร็จยังไม่เสร็จ
Child's back to normal.
Well then, time to... It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the... And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis. No matter where it happened.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
Your show of ability today far... You already know the answer, don't you? I can see, but if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way
ไม่
to
นะ
make
มันจบ
friends.
แล้ว แต่มันจะมี
Unfortunately,
ไฟต์
I
อีก
must
เยอะ
bring
เลย
Samuel, given that the Gnosis wasn't
ไอ้ที่
taken
มี
by
สาม
anyone,
หัวมังกร
we
อ่ะ
must look once
สาม
again
หัว
to
มั
the
งกร
beginning.
น้ำใช่ไหม
Perhaps it was the fact. It might be that...
So you mean that...
Yes, it appears so. It seems that the guardian deity of the... As such,
backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to... The truth is, the world, unfortunately, we cannot be picky about...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies...
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geor Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned. But if such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of... Do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand...
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years...
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our sir, using the powers of ancient, but knowing that such an action will not...
ไลฟ์สดด้วย อะไรอ่ะ
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? If we hadn't happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came... Did we make it in time?
What are you doing?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we...
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex...
It's not just you. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any...
So the Archon War was fought... So will the power of the cheese...
We've already discussed this too.
What? But all of you were...
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Cheese Sing did once research the matter of the Gui, and as fate would have it, for what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yeah.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should... So be it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle... Yep.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced the god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
One with nature. The wind knows it. That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snetch and I's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
I'll uproot you! That hurts! Into the wind.
One with wind and cloud.
Ready, steady, go! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many between you! We kill them!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time to show your cars! Wow, it's not a pink shockwave! This grind's really strong! motion to compel.
Miscalculated. Duty.
Breath of the flame. Boom! With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, then fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War. So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Time to go.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle. Into the wind.
Let's nip that in the bud.
Falling leaves, adorn my night! Wind strike! Time to go.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
I hear everything. Enshroud.
Incinerate. Invisible evidence.
Time to go.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! As one with wind and cloud! One with nature!
The Fatui numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace!
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Có câu đây đầu này. Đây nè.
It's working!
Hình có câuไหม
Keep this up!
ดูเอาเข้ายากจริงๆเลยที่ดูคลิปมันแบบโอ้เดี๋ยวเข้ามาได้นี่เก่งมากเลยต่อไปเดียวได้นี่ได้ถึงยากเลยนะตาเด็กใหญ่ดูเพราะว่ากระจกมีรอยกระสุนท พรุ่งนี้เราจะเข้ามาที่นี่
Be careful now.
The Guizhong ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
มีคนดูอยู่ด้วย
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
มีคน
What is the meaning of this?
มีคนดู
I understand.
Traveler,
ต้อง
lend me a
เขียน
hand.
พี่วาโยใช่ไหม
Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
จบแล้วเหรอลูกจบแล้วมันทำเหมือนเป็นตอนจบเลยไม่ใช่
Is it fine?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the sigil of permission. It will be some time before the overlord of the vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income. At first, it was only the size of a small room. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue chiefs. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our
โยป๊าป๊าทำบ้าน
negotiations.
ให้วาโยแล้วนะวาโยอยู่บ้านหลังนั้นได้
Thank you all for hearing me out.
นี่ไงบ้านวาโยหลังนั้นนะ
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with even to this very day. Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the...
Are you questioning our means of protecting?
I mean no offense. I simply hope...
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning,
เขาจะสู้
Rex
ต่อไหม
Lapis
หมดเลย
appeared
ใช่
to
ไหม
me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What?
สรุปเขาสู้ไม่ไหวต้องมีหลายคนมาช่วยสู้
That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the four winds and the people of the Animal Archon. The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between...
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens?
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am a...
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millelith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be, although I am a mere mortal soldier. I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millelith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was
ว่า
there.
บอกผิดเวลพิมพ์ทาฮากิระ
แปลว่า
ตัวบอส
When
นี้
danger is near,
อ๋อ
everyone
แต่ไม่
always
ชื่อตาตา
protects
จิ
me.
ล่า
And the rest of the time, they make fun toys, and thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
อะไรบูบูเหรอ
It must be hard being an Adeptus.
เดี๋ยวดูดิที่ไม่เก็บ
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their
อย่าหมุนหัว
protection. But
อย่าห
it
มุน
is
หัว
no longer, although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call the time of contracts between gods and Liyue has...
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead.
Seems like the...
แข่งได้ไงวะ
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finds fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti. Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting Child wanted to unleash the god so he could... But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we... Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less right of party that we're organizing? No idea where young Lee's going. Let's ask for him at one Hero Parlor.
ดีๆเข้าบ้าน
กูแบบกด
ดูอะไรให้แมว นี่เขาเสร็จแล้วเหรออ้าวไม่รู้เรื่องเลย
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him...
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems...
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Time to go.
The key here is that super psychology.
Take a look around.
Into the wind.
And wow, the fate of
wind knows me.
You call this cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you. You're also one of the harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Well, if it isn't you two, this is our first time seeing each other since Liua was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
I knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
ที่มันสู้
The
ตัว
Gnosis,
อะไรใน
please.
น้ำอ่ะ ใช่ไหมต่อไปต้องทำอย่างนี้อีกเหรอต้องไปหาเขา
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled.
How sanctimonious.
What? So you're the... No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract, for it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Yeah, you don't think... Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000, even boulders that can withstand whirlpools, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard him. I stood motionless among the crowds.
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider it was Liua, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared, so I feigned my own
ผม
death
อยากเห็นพี่ซัด
and gathered a cast
Genshin.
of Child, the Adepti, and the Liua Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liua. Indeed I was. The Gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Lilith back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Leo matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the heart. Credit is also due to Senora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was...
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to... If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itch? Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Fine. I'll meet you there later.
Do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.